Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, B. Simone cries she's broke, but men just laugh. Let's get right into it.
Have my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it, they work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it.
Do you remember when B. Simone said she will never date a guy who works a 9 to 5?
I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. It has nothing to do with money, everything to do with lifestyle, okay?
A few moments later.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that.
Well, that line didn't age very well.
We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like, I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account. But
Flashback.
My babe working, what she's doing, working. Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? You got okay, let's go. Okay, you understand my life. You understand what I'm going through. I want to manifest that. What do you want in a man? What do you want? Let's start there.
Looks like the evil wall took another victim.
It's crazy to me, right? Because a lot of these women, they get stuck on their highest setting. They think that, oh, I leveled up, right? I'm an influencer now. I got money. I got fans. I got all these people know me. Like, I deserve a man at this level now. And unfortunately, women don't know how to empathize with men. They don't understand how men feel about this, right? When it comes to women, you don't become more desirable because you're famous to the famous man. And in fact, famous men, they might hook up with famous girls. They might play with them. But the fact that she was able to diss 9 to 5 men, which, by the way, are the men that date most women who are celebs. Look at Nicki Minaj. Look at Mary J. Blige. A lot of these women have to date down. A lot of successful women have to date down. Very few successful women get the men they really want long term. Okay? So she disqualified a group of men, and now she's eating her words because, oh, my finances are hurting so bad, and you know I want a man on my level, and he can understand. And you don't understand that men at your level don't want you. They don't want boss babes. Boss babes don't appeal to anybody but simps. The reason why boss babes appeal to simps is because y'all can take care of them. And the reason why, you know, you should have never dissed 9 to 5 guys is because even if a man makes less than you, he's still a man. He still could do stuff that you can't do. We still have a monopoly on force no matter how much we make. A man doesn't learn how to protect and provide more, or let's just say protect more because he got more money. In fact, men that got more money are not good at protecting. So the utility of a man doesn't disappear with his money. She's discovering that now, okay? Because she's still trying to manifest a husband. I'm trying to manifest a husband. How is that working out for you? How is that working out for you? Okay, let's talk about it. Anyway, we got a video here from O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let's watch it and we will respond to it.
Recently, B. Simone was doing a podcast, and again, for me, these podcasts really don't make a whole lot of sense, but okay, I mean, do whatever you feel like doing. And B. Simone had a friend on the podcast that allegedly she's been knowing for a long time. Now, remember, B. Simone is from, I think, like Dallas, something like that, Dallas, Texas. And you know, B. Simone's you know, she moved to Atlanta, got on the Wild and Out, and now B. Simone has these little dusty podcasts. She's like trying to be a preacher. She's trying to be like, she's trying to do all these weird things that just lead to money because B. Simone is just not that talented. All right. So how she became a celebrity, I don't know. But we all know that B. Simone, people look at her as being a liar, not being upfront, doing anything for money, being fraudulent. Okay. That's her reputation. So her friend comes on to a podcast, and the friend is supposed to be helping B. Simone out.
Being a best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my
B. Simone nodded her head like, yeah, bitch, it wasn't my responsibility. B. Simone, why you got your single baby mama friends with you struggling and you ain't throwing them a bag? And she just said, I seen you gave a check to other people. Take care of your team, girl. It's so crazy. Women, y'all get in position. And it's funny, people said B. Simone's a liar, you know. I think that comes from the fact that she supposedly plagiarized her entire book. She wrote a book. I don't plagiarize my book. By the way, shout out to my book, Be Attractive or Shut Up. Get my book right now. It's a free ebook, okay? Not plagiarized, okay? All my own real stories you guys can have for free now. It helps you with dealing with women, getting more women, all right? So download that book. It's free. Follow the link below. But B. Simone plagiarized her entire book, like stole someone else's life story, put it in the book and try to sell it, repackage it. And she thought everyone's going to be so stupid enough they're going to buy it. Now, even though her audience might not be that smart, they were smart enough to realize she didn't write that, okay? And there was a whole backlash about it. That's another story. But the fact that her friends here, listening to her talk about, she's struggling with money. Now B. Simone's in the same place her friends in, and her friends kind of opening up about how she didn't have the help that she needed. Then why are you around, girl? Why are you a single mom hanging around with a successful woman who won't do nothing for you, won't put no money in your pocket, but you ain't with your man. You ain't with the man you had a kid with. You see how this stupidity of, I don't want no 9-to-5 man when you're a broke single mom, how that don't make no sense? And you hanging out with other women who are broke-minded too? And you're not even getting the check? You just there? I tell you, man, modern women suffer from brain rot. This is brain rot. And this girl is decently attractive, more attractive than B. Simone. B. Simone's an average-looking girl, but she swears she above average. No, girl, you just light-skinned. You just light-skinned. I get it. You think you're pretty. You just light-skinned. You an average-looking light-skinned woman. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid. Because I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest. They're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right.
Now in this, the friend is telling the world, you think because you have a celebrity friend in your life, such as a B. Simone, y'all think that things are going to be sweet, but it's not true. Because while I was B. Simone's best friend, I was still struggling. Like, I wasn't getting no help. I even seen B. Simone help people, give her money, when she was down bad. I seen it. And let me just say this, I don't know if she thought that was going to help out B. Simone, at the fact that you were struggling and doing bad and your own best friend B. Simone didn't help you. Maybe you trying to say, well, that was my friend and I wanted to, show her that I was really down despite the fact that she had money. But here's what I want to talk about. One thing that old folk used to talk about in the black community, and it's biblical. Your reputation precedes you before you get there. Okay? Good news travels, bad news travels faster. So before you meet somebody, if you're a good person, your name leaves before you arrive. Especially if you're known for doing something that's worthwhile. If you're known for being a person that's helpful, loving, easy to work with, your reputation precedes you and the opportunities do also. All right? This is what I've learned in life. But I have never heard anybody, okay, who will come out and say something to the effect of, you know what? B. Simone's a great person. B. Simone has done this for people. B. Simone has done that for people. You don't hear anybody saying it about B. Simone. I hear that about Megan Good. I hear that about Tyler Perry. I don't never hear about it from B. Simone. Okay, but what I do hear is when Jackie O died, join my friends only to watch me grieve, or whatever she was, on Instagram, friends only, or close friends, whatever it was. I hear that. I always hear that B. Simone is selfish. B. Simone is about self. B. Simone, the rest of her friends that don't deal with her no more, about how she's immature, about how she's a liar. And I thought about that, and people think that, well, as long as I got the bag and I got money, it don't really matter, right? But all of those losses add up eventually. And I just want to tell you how the world works, man. What I've seen here in this business. I know YouTubers who, let me just say, for example, I don't want to call any names. They was getting the bag. They was doing well. They made a few scam courses and made some money. And then all of a sudden, because they kept that up, as time went on, them people was not on no more. And you wonder, like, what happened to X, Y, and Z? What happened to bruh? What happened to sis? They fell off. It's what happens when you go around lying and scamming people all the time. Eventually, you fall off, okay?
You know what's funny about this? And we're going to talk about friends and YouTube friends. I got YouTube friends. Everybody knows who my YouTube friend is. If you don't know, one of my best YouTube friends, follow his, go subscribe to his channel. If you're not, Jack Morgan, RLP. One of my best friends in this YouTube thing, right? And I went through hard times in YouTube. Now I'm doing a lot better. I got money now. YouTube pays the rent. But I remember when I was making like $200 a month on YouTube, nothing, right? And I was putting all this energy to it, but I wasn't getting any money out of it. And I was struggling. To pay my bills. And Jack, I don't know if he's going to want me to say the story, but he offered me money. He's like, bro, what's your Zelle? I got you, yo. Didn't ask for it. I wasn't even telling him about it in a way because I wanted sympathy or wanted anything about it. I was just trying to say, like, man, like, we were just talking about shit, and he was on the up and up. So he was doing well. Bro offered it straight up, like, bro, and I declined it. I'm like, nah, bro, nah, I need to go through this. But it felt good to know that there's somebody there that's going to look out for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I knew that we were really brothers like that. You feel me? So it's funny to me that she's bringing up the story about B. Simone, and B. Simone was a girl who wouldn't even do for her. You know what I'm saying? B. Simone was a girl who was, when her friends are down bad, she don't help. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, you don't look like a good friend. B. Simone had a fallout with one of her hosts on her show. They fell out. You know what I'm saying? They stopped the podcast. I don't watch none of her stuff, so I don't know. I know her from Instagram, her Instagram clips. But again, a lot of you girls, y'all come from the hood. Y'all think y'all know something about this wealthy lifestyle. Y'all don't know nothing about it. You don't think you still got your project mindset. You think you elevated because you famous now. Listen to me. I'm going to explain this to you because you don't understand this. And we understand this where I'm from in Trinidad, right? I rep Jersey. I got Trini roots, but I'm, raised in Jersey. But let me tell you something that we understand in Trinidad. You could be poor and high class, and you could be rich and low class, okay? B. Simone was rich and low class. Her mentality reflected where she came from, wherever she came from. Selfishness. Now I want to help somebody. You want to take. I want a man. I'm going to manifest a husband. You thinking about everything you're going to receive from life. You're not thinking about what you're giving to life. See, one of the primary rules of this rich, wealthy thing, if you want to be wealthy, give first. A lot of people don't understand that, to be wealthy. Shout out to Myron Golden. Myron Golden talks about this. He says, being wealthy is being able to create value for someone other than yourself. Who did B. Simone create value for? Right? I make these videos. I got an audience. I create value for my audience. People watch this. They relate to what I'm saying. They get to conversate in my comment section about this. And this community. So I'm building a community around me about a discussion about male subjects that are concerned to men and how we feel about it. But B. Simone, she's so selfish. She thinks that life is about what I got to get out of it. I'm getting this. I'm getting that. I'm shopping at Bloomingdale's. Oh, yeah. Now you shopping at H&M. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, the way I look at it is that a lot of people, they think they're bigger. They think they're bigger than the program. You not. People come and go all the time. Wealthy, famous. We got more celebrities now, but it ain't no different than the past. People were hot 1 second, going the next. We see it with rappers. You bubble now, going later. The reality of it is, if you don't offer no value, you ain't going to be here long enough. I come here, I straight up trying to offer everybody value that I come in contact with because I understand that I don't got to be here. You know what I'm saying? No one needs another podcaster, red pillar or red pill adjacent, talking ish, you know what I'm saying, telling the truth about women. We don't need that. So what are you going to offer differently than everybody else? How are you going to help the community? How are you going to level community up? And that's the way you got to think about it. But a lot of people, all they think about is what can they take? What can they take? What can they take? It sucks being around people like that. We got a term for that. Scavengers, freeloaders. It's exactly what she is. And now she's crying to the internet, I'm broke, I'm broke. We don't want to hear it. You should have done something for somebody else and you'll have something.
Concerned about how people feel about what you do, you will fall off. You do eventually die. You die a horrible death. So when you die a horrible death, somebody particularly will just replace you. That happens. And you are no longer important anymore. You're no longer famous anymore. You're no longer rich anymore. You die, your career dies a hell of a death because you don't have credibility. And then like once you get down, here's the sad part. Nobody helps you get back up. That's something that people don't understand. Once you get down to where you down bad, nobody, and I do mean nobody, no one is interested in helping you get back to where you was. Zero. Because of how you may have treated people. And people think that that's not important. It is important. It's very important. It's very important in an industry that's ever changing and people coming in with new stuff and new ideas and people finding out new things. How you treat folks is because you never know when you're going to be down. See, a lot of folks don't look at it like that. Oh, I ain't going to never be down. Things going to always be the same. Let me tell you like this, man, your boy had a down year this year in comparisons to my last 4. And if I didn't have, let me just say, some people that kind of helped me get back on track, I would be done, okay? I experienced some complete hardships in the first 6 months. In this business, I have never faced ever. A lot of it, some of it was personal. Some of it was content-wise. Some of it was health-wise or whatever. It was just, it was a big challenge, right? And luckily, I had got in the game where people cared about me enough to continue to want to see your boy winning and your boy doing something. Thank God for that. Because otherwise, your boy was on his way out. I was on my way to Dusty Island, okay? Never to be seen again. And if B. Simone is not careful, you're on your way too. It's not.
I think she is absolutely on her way. It's unfortunate. I actually, until she started crying and that she's broke, I forgot about her. A lot of these people you forget about because they don't contribute nothing of value that anyone could think about. That's why I'm happy to write the books that I write. That's why I'm happy to work on what I'm working on because my whole thought process is serve, serve, serve. And I'm Christian, so we believe that. You know what I'm saying? We believe in serving God's children. So, I think that a lot of people like B. Simone, these other celebrities, these other influencers, they're so selfish. It's always about them. Women, this is not going to work. You were sold a lie. Ultimately, I do believe it's men's fault because we allowed this to go on for so long. We had a lot of weak men become simps and white knights and help promote and propagate feminism. And now this is the result. We got B. Simone. B. Simone is just a product of this environment of feminism. Had she been born in the 1600s, she'd be like every other woman in the 1600s, working hard for your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, make me a sandwich and shut up. But at the same time, you'll be well protected, well provided for. But we've told women that what's wrong with society is that women are not in charge. And if women were in charge, society would become better. It's far from the reality. Like, someone said this and I agree with it. There's a reason why we say happy wife, happy life. It's because if the wife is happy, everything else can be smooth. Because the minute she's mad, she's going to destroy everything. Men, we could be miserable, we could be suffering, we could be depressed. But as long as our family is good, we're good. Right? We could suffer, we could take on the burden. We don't mind that. We could deal with the suffering. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta be happy. We're more concerned about everyone else being happy. And that's why we run the world, because we put our happiness last. We'll suffer. We'll work hard. Women don't understand that. We'll suffer for our family. We'll die for our families. Women would never do that. Women would never take on the burden that we have. They will sacrifice their family for their happiness. It is what it is. I can't make this up. So B. Simone, praying for you, girl. Honestly, if you find a 9-to-5 guy who could put up with your ish, deal with the fact that you're mediocre and you probably got no friends, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel, blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.